Your AI assistant is brilliant. It can write code, draft emails, reason through anything. But ask it what's in your calendar right now, and it hits a wall. It's a genius locked in a room with no doors. So how do we hand it the keys? For years, connecting an AI to your tools was a nightmare. Want it to read your database? Write custom code. Hook into Slack? More custom code. GitHub, Google Drive, your internal API. Every single connection was built from scratch. With dozens of models and hundreds of tools, you get an explosion of glue code that nobody wants to maintain. Here's the analogy that makes it click. Remember life before USB-C? Every device had its own weird charger. Then one port standardized everything. MCP, the Model Context Protocol, is USB-C for AI. One open standard that lets any model plug into any tool. Build the connection once, and everything speaks the same language. MCP is an open protocol, released by Anthropic in late 2024 and now backed across the industry. Think of it like HTTP for AI tools, a shared set of rules for how models and tools talk. Because it's open, you're not locked to one vendor. Any compliant app can talk to any compliant server. MCP has 3 players. The host is your AI app. Think Claude Desktop or your IDE. Inside it runs a client, which speaks the protocol. And on the other side sits a server, a small program that wraps one tool, your files, your database, an API. The client and server chat over MCP, and suddenly your AI can act. So what actually travels across that wire? The server advertises what it offers, tools it can run, resources it can read, and prompts it can suggest. The AI asks, "What can you do?" The server answers with a menu. Now the model doesn't guess. It discovers real capabilities and picks the right one for the job. Now watch a single request travel. The model decides it needs a tool and sends a structured call to the client. The client relays it to the server. The server runs the real action, a query, an API hit, and sends structured data back. That result lands in the model's context, and it keeps reasoning. Clean, predictable, two-way. Let's make it concrete. You ask your assistant, summarize the bugs filed this week. It calls the GitHub MCP server, which fetches the open issues. Then it calls your Slack server to post the summary to your team channel. 2 tools, 1 sentence, 0 custom integration code. The model orchestrates, the servers do the work. And building one is simpler than you'd fear. An MCP server is just a small program that declares its tools, each with a name, a description, and inputs, then handles the calls. SDKs exist for Python, TypeScript, and more. In a few dozen lines, you can wrap an internal API and let any AI use it safely. This is why MCP is spreading fast. Coding assistants use it to read your repo and run tests. Support bots pull live order data. Analysts query warehouses in plain English. And because servers are reusable, the one your teammate built for Jira works in your app too. Build once, share everywhere. But teams trip on the same mistakes. First, security. An MCP server can touch real systems, so never expose one without scoped permissions and clear trust boundaries. Second, overstuffing. Cramming 50 tools into one server confuses the model. Keep servers focused. And third, don't forget error handling. The AI needs clear messages when a tool call fails. Here's the one thing to remember. MCP isn't another AI model. It's the plumbing that connects the models you already have to the world they need to reach. Standardize the connection, and your AI stops being a brain in a jar and starts being a teammate. So quick recap. MCP is USB-C for AI. 1 open standard, 3 players, endless reusable connections. Build a server once, and every model can use it. If this made MCP click for you, hit like and subscribe for more deep dives. Now go plug something in.